Welcome back to the online series on signals and system. In this session, I am going to discuss discrete time Fourier series. We simply call it as DTFS. Okay? It is specially for discrete and periodic signal. Okay, please remember DTFS specially converts discrete and periodic signal, which means if I have a signal x of n which is discrete, if I use DTFS, I will be getting x of. Okay. Now let us show one small discrete signal 5 8 5 8 5 8. Like this, if you have, it is a discrete signal and it is a repeating where the time period n is equal to 2. Okay, please remember that. Now, how to do this conversion? Let us recall the formula. X of k is equal to 1 by n summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e power minus j k omega n. And remember, who is this omega? You should know it is a discrete angular frequency. Very long back I have discussed this discrete angular frequency. This is nothing but good continuous angular frequency we discussed in the periodicity itself. So how to find x of n? Summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k e power j k omega n. This is your DTFS. This is your IDTFS. Okay. Using these two formula, we can do some problems to convert time domain to frequency domain. Especially what type of time domain? It is discrete and periodic signal. It is discrete and periodic time domain. Okay. We'll do problem on DTFS. As we discussed in Fourier series, there are two types of problem solving techniques. One is if they give a sketch, directly you can substitute the amplitude in the formula. Other one is if they give the sinusoidal format, either sine or cos, it's the same technique. You can represent as e power j, you can find out the coefficient technique. Okay. Can you recall what is your IDTFS? We discussed just now. X of n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k e power j omega n. Now the same idea, I need e power j's coefficient is nothing but x of k. Now what is the question? Find DTFS coefficient, which means we are asking you x of k. Okay, the same procedure, no more confusions. Let us rewrite the given problem as Euler's format. E power j pi by 3n plus e power minus j pi by 3n divided by 2. By just seeing the given problem cos omega n sin omega n, what is your omega value here? Pi by 3. Even the explanations about this omega we discussed in the periodic signal itself. Like this is the discrete angular frequency and this is your continuous angular frequency. Okay, so it is just a representation, simple. Now x of n is equal to 1 by 2 e power j 1 pi by 3n. I hope you got the point. Plus 1 by 2 e power j, come on, good, minus 1 pi by 3. Okay. Now recall pi number 1, it should be plus j. It should be plus j. Pi number 2, it should obey the format k omega n. Okay, that is the major concept. So we will discuss here. What is the k value? That's all. Okay. So x of k is equal to 1 by 2 when k is equal to 1. Same 1 by 2 for minus 1 and it is 0 otherwise. Okay. This is the final concept. In the same way, if you want magnitude is 1 by 2 and the angle is 0 degree, especially for this. Okay. So we'll make sure that finding the coefficient. Okay, that is the idea. I just show one more problem. X of n is equal to sine 3 pi. Okay. The moment you see this problem, you can say what is your omega 3 pi. Okay. The first issue is solved. Now let us rewrite this in terms of Euler's format. x of n e power j 3 pi n minus e power minus j 3 pi n divided by 2j. Now let us modify as per the requirement. E power j 1 3 pi n 1 by 2j. Now who is this one? K. Who is this 3 pi omega? Minus 1 by 2j e power j minus 1 3 pi n. Okay, the same procedure what we did in CTFS also. Okay. Now what is your final conclusion? The coefficients. Okay, k omega everything is crystal clear. What is x of k? Is nothing but 1 by 2j for k equal to 1 minus 1 by 2j for k equal to minus 1. Okay, 0 otherwise. I can also find out the magnitude. Let me show the magnitude. 1 by 2j minus 1 by 2j magnitude is same. 1 by 2 for k equal to 1 and minus 1. 0 otherwise. I can also use angle. Okay, already I told you the previous one. If it is j 90 degree. Now the j is in denominator, so it is minus 90 degree for k equal to 1. Already one more minus, so pi by 2 for k equal to minus 1, 0 otherwise. If you want for this problem especially, I would like to draw the sketch. Okay, the sketch this particular magnitude of x. Okay. X of k magnitude 0, 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, which is k axis. Okay. Again, I am repeating one more for face. Minus 1, minus 2. This is for angle of x of k in k axis. Okay. This we call it as magnitude spectrum. This we call it as phase spectrum. Now, let's see. Amplitude is 1 by 2 for 1 and 2 minus 1. 1 by 2. 1 by 2. That's all. Remaining all the place it is 0. Let us come to the angle. For k equal to 1 it is minus pi by 2. Why I am going down? Because minus. For k equal to minus 1 it is plus 1 by 2. Okay. So this says the magnitude and the phase spectrum. Okay. And even if you want to remain all the place it is 0. Make a note of it. Let us do another problem, where we have cos 2 pi by 3n plus pi by 2. We should know this omega is 2 pi by 3 and this pi by 2 is phase angle. Okay, pi by 2, that doesn't matter for us. The regular procedure, that is expand Euler's format, e power j 2 pi by 3n plus pi by 2 plus e power minus j 2 pi by 3n plus pi by 2 divided by 2. Just a general. If you want, you can even break this. X of n is equal to 1 by 2 e power j 2 pi by 3n e power j pi by 2. Okay, there is no n term there. Okay, there is no n term, please remember. Plus 1 by 2 e power minus j 2 pi by 3n into e power minus j pi by 2. By seeing the given problem, we can say your omega is nothing but 2 pi by 3. Okay. So directly we can modify by the general procedure. X of n is equal to 1 by 2 e power j pi by 2 e power j 1 2 pi by 3. I hope you know why this is, because your omega is 2 pi by 3. This is nothing but k equal to 1. Plus 1 by 2 e power minus j pi by 2 e power j minus 1 2 pi by 3. So just I am splitting the terms. Now we can do the conclusion. I will use the coefficient. Your x of k will be 1 by 2 e power j pi by 2. This is the coefficient. Okay. Remember, this is the coefficient when k equal to 1, and this is the coefficient 1 by 2 e power minus j pi by 2 when k equal to minus 1. 0 otherwise. Okay. Now if you want magnitude, as usual, the same procedure. x of k magnitude, both the place magnitude is directly visible, is nothing but 1 by 2 for k equal to 1 and minus 1, 0 average. Now angle you can directly say from the given statement, magnitude and the angle. What is the angle here? Pi by 2. What is the angle here? Minus pi by 2. Is nothing but pi by 2 for k equal to 1 minus pi by 2 for k equal to minus 1, 0. Okay. Pi by 2 for k equal to 1 minus pi by 2 for k equal to 1. So directly we can even the plotting also is meganomic. In this problem we have combination of two signals. One is sine and the one is cos. Okay. Now we need overall angular frequency omega, then only I can split it into Euler's formula. So we know this particular work in the periodicity. So for the first signal, your omega 1 is 2 pi by 3. For the second signal, your omega 2 is pi by 3. Now I don't want individual omega, I need common omega for your x of n. That is the question. Okay, I don't want individual, I need common. So let us recall our old procedure. M by n is equal to omega by 2 pi. You will remember this analysis, I hope so. Okay. So make sure that by utilizing this concept, m by n1 is equal to 2 pi by 3 divided by 2 pi. So pi 2 pi gets cancelled. Answer is 1 by 3. Okay, let us do one more work. Here, m by n2 is equal to omega is pi by 3 divided by 2 pi. Pi will get cancelled. Answer is 1 by 6. Next, one discussion I used to do very long back. Compare numerator. M is equal to 1, integer, accepted. N1 is equal to 3, integer, accepted. M is equal to 1, allowed. N2 is equal to 6, allowed. Therefore, your N1 is equal to 3, which is periodic. N2 is equal to 6, which is periodic. Then you should go for the same procedure. Come on. Step 1. What is step 1? N1 by N2 must be a rational or irrational. We have to find. 3 by 6 is nothing but 1 by 2, which is a rational number. Since it is a rational number, the given x of n is periodic. Now how to find its period? Step 2. What is your step 2? Just cross multiply. N1 by N2 is equal to 1 by 2, which gives 2 N1 is equal to 1 N2. 2 into your N1 is 3, or 1 into 6. The final answer is 6, which is n is equal to 6. N is equal to 6 is the final time period of x of n. But remember, I need a final omega. Again, we can just do omega is equal to 2 pi by n from the general concept 2 pi f. So it's nothing but 2 pi by 6. So your omega is nothing but pi by 3. Remember, these two omega is your individual omega. This omega is the common omega. So this is the important concept. This is all we learned in the periodicity topic in the beginning sessions, very long back. Now let us just do the same Euler's format. Your x of n is equal to e power j 2 pi by 3n minus e power minus j 2 pi by 3n divided by 2j plus e power j pi by 3n plus e power minus j pi by 3n divided by 2. Next, I have to split according to my general format. Remember, your omega is pi by 3 I have. So other than pi by 3, it should be k. Here there is no other value, so it should be 1. So we know it. This is the general tactics. 2j e power j 2 pi by 3 n. Why? This is k value, this is omega minus 1 by 2j e power j. I need plus j minus 2 pi by 3n plus 1 by 2 e power j 1 pi by 3n 1 by 2 e power j minus 1 pi by 3n. Okay. Now we can just conclude what is the coefficients. Is nothing but in these two places 1 by 2 for k is equal to 1 comma minus 1. 1 by 2j for k equal to 2 minus 1 by 2j for k equal to minus 2. So 0 otherwise. That's all. Okay. This is the final result. If you want magnetic interface, it is the same. We will do one more problem using sketching techniques. Okay. In fact, in discrete there is no much complicated in the sketching because it is just mere number. Just have a look on the given signal. It is discrete and it is repeating. Am I right? At 0, what is the value? 6. Again, when 6 is coming at 3. Again, when 6 is coming at 6. So, what is the conclusion? 0 to 3, the gap is 3. I can say n is equal to 3. Okay. Once you know n is equal to 3, immediately you should know what is omega. It's nothing but 2 pi by n is nothing but 2 pi by 3. Okay. Just I identify it. If it is sinusoidal, represented in terms of e power j, e power minus j, identify the coefficient. This is not sinusoidal, this is sketching, then direct substitution, no other choice. Now, what is your DTFS formula? X of k, 1 by n, k equal to 0 to n minus 1, x of n minus j k omega n. Some people will say omega not, everything is one and the same, it is just a symbol, so let us not bother about it. Now, what is the given n value? 3. 1 by 3. Summation k equal to 0 to 2. Because 3 minus 1, 2. X of n e power minus j k, who is omega 2 pi by 3n. Now, I am just going to expand this. 1 by 3 separate. Just put k equal to 0. Okay, sorry, I have changed the formula. Sorry. Just to put n is equal to 0 here, n is equal to 0 here. What will be the result? X of 0 e power minus j k 2 pi by 3 is 0. Plus. Next, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 1. X of 1 minus j k 2 pi by 3, 1. Next, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 2. Plus x of 2 minus j k 2 pi by 3, 2. I just substituted the things. Now you should know what is x of 0 at the 0 location. What is the amplitude? What is the amplitude? 6. So if you substitute 1 by 3, what is x of 0? 6. E power 0, 1. Leave it. Next, what is x of 1? In one location it is 2. E power minus j k 2 pi by 3. That's all. Plus, what is x of 2? In two location amplitude is 5, who is remaining? E power minus j k 4 pi by 3. Just I multiply. So it will vary according to the k value. The result is x of k. That's all the problem. So, what is our aim? Formula is ready. The moment you see the numbers, identify the time period, identify the omega, substitute. Just the expand. Problem is solved. Just the expand. Just amplitude you substitute, expand the problem is solved. Okay. With this, let us conclude this session on discrete time Fourier series. Thank you.